Hi, fight fans, and welcome back to LL Sports TV. Hope you're all doing well. This weekend in Manchester, there is what I call an intriguing domestic trade fight takes place. Now, for the uninitiated, when we say trade fight in boxing, what we basically mean is a fight whereby the two fighters concerned are not what you might call household names or glamorous or immediately recognizable to the casual or the man in the street. However, trade fight means that the two fighters concerned are good fighters, and it means that their two styles will gel to produce a really good fight. And it's a fight that people in the trade will be looking forward to. So, yeah, that's the definition of a trade fight. Now, the reason why I say that is because this weekend, Jack Catterall of Chorley, that's Northern England, Lancashire way, he'll be taking on Harlem Eubank of Brighton. So it's a North versus South clash. It's a bit of a crossroads fight actually because both of these guys are at that point in their careers where they badly need the win. I mean, Jack Catterall's been around for a while. He's been at world level. He's fought for a world title before. He's had a loss recently, but he's still a very good fighter, and he's looking to claw his way back into world title contention. Whereas with Harlem Eubank, he's a very good fighter. He's unbeaten, but he's at what I would call fringe world level. So he's not fought at world level. He's not fought for a world title. He will be hoping that if he wins this fight, he can gate crash the world title scene and fight for a world title, sometime in the near future. Okay, then. So let's have a look at the two fighters. Let's have a quick synopsis of the two fighters. Start with Jack Catterall. He's what you might call the home fighter. He's from Chorley, which is not too far from Manchester. So Jack Catterall, nicknamed El Gato, he's a southpaw. He's 32 years old now. He has a professional record of 30 fights, 28 wins, 2 losses, 13 KOs. He lost his last fight, a split decision loss to Arnold Barboza, who went on to fight for the light welterweight world title and lost to Teofimo Lopez. Now, Jack Catterall is a very good fighter. He's defeated some notable opponents, guys like Regis Prograis, former champion, Jorge Linares, former champion. He's fought Josh Taylor twice. You will know that the first time he fought Josh Taylor, he should have won that fight and should really have been a world champion because that was back in 2022. That was for the undisputed super lightweight or junior welterweight championship of the world. Now, anyone who saw that, anyone of a reasonable mind who saw that fight will know that although Josh Taylor was declared the winner, in reality, Jack Catterall won that fight and won it fairly comfortably. I think that was a robbery, actually. So he was very unfortunate there. So Jack Catterall, he's been in with some very good fighters, got some good wins. He lost his last fight to Barboza, but it wasn't like he was washed. It was a very close fight. And he's stepped up now to welterweight, and he'll be taking on Harlem Eubank. Harlem Eubank, he's an orthodox fighter. Jack Catterall's a southpaw. Harlem Eubank is a orthodox fighter. He's the nephew, by the way, of Chris Eubank. His dad, Simon, was a fighter as well back in the day. So Harlem Eubank, orthodox fighter, unbeaten, 21 fights, 21 wins, no losses, 9 KOs. His last fight was a really good win, actually. Beat Tyrone McKenna of Ireland, knocked him out. Good win. And he's the current holder, that is Harlem Eubank, of the IBF Intercontinental title. Eubank, he's very athletic. He mixes boxing with quite an aggressive approach. He used to do martial arts. He actually was on Brighton's books as a kid, actually. Very good footballer as a youngster. In fact, he took up boxing quite late. He was first into football, then martial arts, and then decided to get into boxing. And so far, he's done really well. And he's improving with each fight. Every time I see him, he looks better. And I think this is going to be a really good fight. Harlem Eubank, he will definitely bring it. As I said, he's athletic. He punches hard. Punches harder than his record suggests, actually. And what he'll typically do, he'll throw feints, look to come inside and land 2 or 3, 4 punches and then get out again. He's good to watch. And like I said, he's very underrated. Good fighter. And this is a significant showdown because, like I said, it's a crossroads fight for both. For Eubank, it's a chance to gate crash world level, prove himself against a world-class opponent, continue his rise up the ranks. For Jack Catterall, it's an opportunity to bounce back from his recent loss. It's also his first fight at 147. So yeah, he'll be looking to put in a good display. And whoever wins this fight will, I would imagine, look to go on and fight for a world title anytime soon. So this is a big fight. It's a Crossroads fight. And they're well matched. Very well matched fight. I mean, in prediction, I've been thinking about this. I've been going back and forth, to be honest. 1 minute, I think, the experience and the know-how of Jack Catterall, who's a good fighter. I mean, Jack Catterall is one of those guys, and there's not enough of those guys in the UK. He's actually very good defensively. What we tend to find in the UK is a lot of our fighters are tough and aggressive, but a lot of them tend to eschew defense. I think that's fair to say. That's something that I've noticed anyway. Whereas Jack Catterall is one of those fighters that you can see that he's well schooled. He's not like flashy or glamorous or anything like that, but his fundamentals are good. He's got a good jab. He throws good solid shots. He can punch with either hand. He's got underrated power, but he's crafty in there. He knows how to dodge the big punches, and yeah, he's a good fighter. Well schooled, experienced, tough. Done the rounds. His background in boxing is deep. He's as a youngster, took himself off to America, sparring in the gyms out there, sparred with people like Canelo, Pacquiao, Mayweather, people like that. So he's well schooled. So yeah, in terms of experience and fundamental boxing skills, you would have to give Catterall the edge. However, if you're talking about athleticism, dynamism, vitality and stuff like that, you probably have to give it to Eubank. You're kind of thinking up, the different stages there are in their careers. Who does this fight suit more? And that's where I'm struggling a bit to come up with a winner. I mean, it could be one of those fights, whereby after the fight is done, both camps are holding their fighters aloft, and both fighters think they've done enough to win. It could be it could even be a draw. It would not surprise me in the slightest if this is a draw, because there's a lot on the line here. I mean, for Harlem Eubank, this is like a world title shot. This will mean absolutely everything to him. In fact, you could argue that it means more to him at this stage in his career than it does to Jack Catterall, because Jack Catterall's fought for world titles, never actually won one, but at least he's fought for world title. He's been at that stage, whereas Harlem Eubank is desperate to get onto that level. So it's going to be one of those, man, where it could go either way. If I have to give a prediction, the fact that it's in Manchester could swing it Jack Catterall's way. I mean, he'll have the advantage in terms of the crowd I would imagine, will be with him. So that might influence the judges. Yeah, God, I don't know which way to go with this one, man. See, if I go for a draw, that's me sitting on the fence, isn't it? You know what? I'm going to go for the upset. It's kind of upset season in boxing, isn't it? I mean, we saw one yesterday with Jazza Dickens going over to Turkey and beating an Olympic gold medalist, stopping him in 4 rounds to become the WBA super featherweight interim champion of the world. Tremendous result. No one saw that coming, by the way. So yeah, it could be upset season. Yeah, I'm going to go with Eubanks. The Eubank name at the moment is vogue. Maybe you can feed off the energy of his cousin Chris' tremendous win back in April. And yeah, so I'm going to go with Harlem Eubank on points in a very tight affair. But listen, I could well be very wrong. Who knows? One thing I do know, though, is it will be a good fight. I can't wait for the fight. And yeah, I'll do a video after that fight reviewing what I've watched. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you know how it goes. Please like, share and subscribe and spread the word, man. Tell everybody about LL Sports TV. I'd appreciate that very much. But anyway, thanks so much. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Take care. I'm out.